When your cat reaches out and places their paw on you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Most people assume it's just affection. A little love tap. Maybe they want attention, or they're being cute, or they simply like the warmth of your skin. And yes, sometimes it is exactly that. But behind that small, quiet gesture, there's something most people miss completely. Something that goes deeper than affection, deeper than habit. Something that reveals exactly how your cat sees you, what they need from you, and whether they truly feel safe with you. All communicated through one tiny movement of one small paw. Is one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you respond wrong, which most owners do, not out of cruelty, but out of not knowing, you might be sending your cat a message that quietly pushes them further away each time. So let's start with what that paw on your body really means. Because the answer is going to change the way you see every single moment your cat reaches out to touch you. 1. They just want food. The assumption that sells your cat short. You know this moment. You're sitting quietly, reading, watching something, just existing, and your cat walks over, sits down beside you, and places one paw on your arm, or your leg, or your face, if they're feeling dramatic. And your first thought? They probably want something. Food, maybe. Or they're bored. Here's what's actually happening, and it's more nuanced than that. Yes, sometimes cats do use paw contact to communicate a need. Hunger, a dirty litter box, a desire to play. That part is true. But behavioral researchers who study feline communication consistently note that need-based pawing looks very different from connection-based pawing. When a cat wants something urgently, they're restless. They pace. They vocalize. They make the paw contact repetitive and insistent. But when a cat places their paw on you and simply leaves it there, that is not a request. That is a statement. That stillness is the whole message. I am here. You are here. And I chose this. Think about that for a second. Your cat, an animal whose entire evolutionary history is built around self-sufficiency and independence, chose to make physical contact with you and then chose not to move. That is not convenience. That is intention. 2. What happens inside your cat's brain during paw contact. Here's what's actually happening on a neurological level when your cat touches you and holds that contact. A 2019 study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that cats release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that fires in human brains during physical closeness with loved ones, during prolonged, gentle contact with their trusted humans. Not during play, not during feeding, during quiet, deliberate physical touch. In other words, your cat's brain, in that moment their paw rests on your skin, is doing something biochemically identical to what your brain does when you hold someone you love. What makes this even more meaningful is that cats are not obligate social bonders the way dogs are. They do not need social connection to feel safe, which means when a cat seeks that oxytocin hit from you specifically, from physical contact with you, it is entirely voluntary, entirely chosen. Behavioral scientists have also observed that cats who regularly initiate touch with their owners show significantly lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, than cats who live in the same household but do not initiate touch. The act of reaching out isn't just communication. It is literally regulating their nervous system through proximity to you. You are, to your cat's brain, a source of calm. And that paw is the bridge they build to reach it. 3. Why your cat is also leaving something behind you cannot see. There is another layer to this gesture that almost nobody talks about. And once you know it, you will never look at your cat's paw on your skin the same way again. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads. Small, subtle, but extraordinarily powerful in feline communication. Every time your cat places their paw on you, on your arm, your chest, your face, they are depositing their scent onto your skin. Here's what's actually happening in that moment. Your cat is marking you. Not territorially in the way we usually mean, not claiming ownership the way they would a scratching post. This is something far more intimate. This is your cat weaving their scent into yours, creating a combined signature that says, in the language of their species, we belong to the same world. In multi-cat households, cats who are bonded to each other do this constantly. They exchange scent through contact to create what researchers call a group scent profile. It signals safety. It signals alliance. It signals, you are mine and I am yours. When your cat does this to you, they are including you in that group. They are treating you not as an owner, not as a provider of resources, but as a member of their inner circle. one of the very few beings on Earth they trust enough to blend themselves with. And hey, if this is making you see your cat's little everyday gestures in a completely new way, hit like and subscribe. We make videos like this every week because cats are communicating with us constantly, and most owners never get the chance to truly hear what they're saying. Don't miss what your cat has been trying to tell you all along. For where this behavior was born, and what it really means for you. To understand why your cat puts their paw on you, you have to go back to the very beginning of their life. The very first days. Newborn kittens are blind, deaf, and completely helpless. The only way they survive is through constant physical contact with their mother. They need her with their paws to stimulate milk. They press against her body for warmth. They use touch as their only available language. I am here. I need you. Keep me safe. That association, paw contact equals safety equals love, is one of the most deeply imprinted experiences of your cat's entire life. It is encoded before they could even open their eyes. Here's what's actually happening when your adult cat places their paw on you. They are reaching back into that original feeling, that first and most complete experience of safety they ever had, and they are offering it to you. You are not just their person. In the deepest, oldest part of their emotional vocabulary, you are their safe place. The warmth they press toward. The presence they reach for when the world feels like too much. 5. Why they don't do this with everyone, and what it means that they do it with you. Pay attention to this. Does your cat put their paw on everyone in the household equally? Or is there one person they reach for more than others? Because this selectivity is not random. Behavioral studies on feline attachment consistently show that cats form one primary bond. One person they orient toward above all others. And the physical gestures they reserve for that person, including paw contact, are fundamentally different in quality and frequency than those they offer anyone else. When your cat chooses you for this gesture, it is not because you were closest. It is not because you had food. It is because over time, through 1,000 small interactions, the way you speak to them, the way you respond when they signal discomfort, the way you give them space and then welcome them back, you have become the person they trust most in the world. That paw is the physical proof of a conclusion your cat reached about you, and they reached it entirely on their own terms. 6. What you should do when it happens, and what most owners get wrong. So your cat puts their paw on you. Now what? Here is what most owners do, and it comes from love, which makes it all the more important to understand. They immediately respond with big energy. They talk excitedly. They move suddenly. They scoop the cat up. They begin a full petting session. And the cat withdraws. Here's what's actually happening in that moment. Your cat initiated quiet contact. They were regulating. They were saying, just be here with me. And the sudden burst of energy changed the entire emotional register of the moment, from calm safety to stimulation, which is the opposite of what they were reaching for. The right response is almost nothing. A slow breath, a gentle hand placed over their paw, or simply left nearby. A soft word, or no word at all. Match their energy exactly. Stillness meeting stillness. Because what your cat is offering in that moment is not a request for play or performance. It is an invitation into their inner world. And the only way to accept that invitation is to become as quiet as they are. When you do that, when you meet them in that stillness, something shifts. You will feel it. The paw presses slightly heavier. The eyes soften. The breathing slows. Your cat settles into you rather than away from you. That is trust made physical. That is the bond made real. At the beginning of this video, we said that a paw on your body is one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. Now you know exactly why. It carries their neuroscience, the oxytocin, the cortisol regulation, the biochemistry of bonding. It carries their scent, the invisible signature that says you are part of my world. It carries the oldest memory in their emotional vocabulary, the warmth and safety of the very first days of their life. And it carries their choice, their completely voluntary, entirely deliberate choice of you. Your cat cannot say, I trust you. They cannot say, you make me feel safe. They cannot say, out of everyone in this world, you are the one I reach for. But they can place one small paw on your arm and hold it there. And now you know, that is exactly what they're saying. The next time it happens, pause. Don't move. Just feel the weight of it. And understand that what is resting on your skin is not just a paw. It is everything your cat has learned to believe about you.